Hi everyone, thought I'd do something a little bit different for this video. I'm sorry if the angle's a little weird, I'm still figuring everything out with this. But basically I wanted to get my thoughts out about Star Wars, and then last night I had a car accident that was pretty bad. So normally I would, write a script and then edit it, watch it, look at it again, rewrite it, all these things. But I hurt my wrist pretty bad, and it's in a brace, and I can't really type. So I'm gonna try something a little different. I have this video camera set up. I'm just gonna try talking off the dome about what I thought about Star Wars, because I didn't want to use this as an excuse to not upload a video this week. I know I've only had this channel a short time, but it means a lot to me, and I know me, and if I didn't upload a video this week, I would use that as an excuse in the future to not upload, and then it would just keep going. I love this channel. I've loved the things that I've done with this channel. It's only been a little while, but I feel like I've done good stuff, and I feel like some people actually like what I'm uploading, so that's a good feeling. So I don't want to stop now just because I hurt my wrist and I got a bump on my head, which is up here if you can see. Anyway, that's not the point. I'm not doing this so that you guys will feel bad for me. I'm going to talk about Star Wars The Last Jedi. So, I'm going to talk about it a little bit spoiler-free, so if you haven't seen the movie, you'll be fine. Then, after that, I'm going to give a warning, and I'm going to go more in-depth about the movie. Okay. So, first of all, let me say I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. I went in with expectations that were pretty much sky-high, and it did not meet those expectations, but that's not the fault of the movie. I went in with kind of unreasonable expectations. However, I don't think it was even as good as The Force Awakens. So, that is the fault of the movie, I would say. There was a lot of stuff, like the criticism I heard lobbied at The Force Awakens, which, in my opinion, is almost a perfect movie. I love The Force Awakens to death. It was too similar to Episode 4, A New Hope. Now, that's a fair criticism. However, I felt like The Last Jedi also took inspiration from Empire Strikes Back, but not any of the good parts from Empire, if that makes sense. Now, if I go into details about that, I will be spoiling things, so. The story was good. I felt this movie was too long. Like, you could have cut almost an entire hour out of it and not lost anything. But, I'm just trying to talk about the negatives because I enjoyed it so much. You get great characterization out of Kylo Ren. This adds new characters to the Star Wars universe, and they're all fantastic. There are some great action scenes in it. There are some great slow scenes of just dialogue and character building, and they're all excellent. It is a 100% recommend. To anyone, to film nerds, to Star Wars nerds, to anyone out there. Now, that's my spoiler-free discussion on Star Wars. Now, I'm going to get more in-depth about it. So if you have not seen it, go out and see it, and then watch the rest of this video. But if you are leaving now and you don't plan on coming back to this, please like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks a lot. Bye. 1 sec, I'm just going to give them some time to leave. So let's get more in depth with it. Because again, I don't have anything written down for this. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. This movie tries to address the problem with Star Wars in general, in that it is a series of films about war. In that nobody wins in a war. And it tries to show that the people that are truly profiting from this are, businessmen selling weapons to both sides, and these people who, when there's, it's like the expression, it was in, oh god, I should know this, I have a movie channel, it was an expression in a movie, it was when there's blood on the streets, buy property, and like the people, the landowners, the weapons dealers, all those people, they're the true villains of the Star Wars story, even though they don't wear a mask and they don't have the Force, all that stuff. And it tries to show that. It tries to show the horrors of war. I just don't think I don't think it does it very well. I like what they're trying to do. I don't like the execution of it. So, Finn and Rose, who is kind of a new female character in the series, like maybe a new love interest for Finn, but they go to a casino planet to try to find a codebreaker. And basically they say that almost everyone on this planet is a scumbag, except they find a couple kids that are being abused around the racetrack. They have essentially a horse racetrack, except they're like giant space horses. So the kids are the ones taking care of them. They're like the stable boys. They're good. The kids are good. Kids are always innocent. And the animals are innocent too. But everyone else is evil on this planet. Everyone else is profiting from the war, helping. At first they think they're just helping the First Order. Then later they find out that they're helping the rebels as well. So that kind of comes as a shock to Finn. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about this scene is because I think the entire casino section should have been cut out. Like I said, I thought what they were doing on paper was good. I think they should have done something else. Because they escape the casino area. And Finn, like, it seems like they're going to be arrested and executed. And Finn says, it was worth it. You know, we destroyed that city. We taught those guys a lesson. But it was a casino town. Like, people just come there to gamble. If you're at a casino and some guy busts up the casino, you're just gonna be like, wow, that was sure was scary. I have a good story to tell now, but, like, people don't live there, you know? Like, the casino's gonna lose some money, but I'm sure all of that was, like, space insured or whatever. So, it doesn't make any sense to me that they thought they had won some victory. All they did was, like, get a couple of those those space horses, whatever they were called, out of their pens. And they took the saddle off of one of them, so that's the only one that I think actually got away, because I'm sure they could track all of the others. So they really accomplished nothing. They did introduce Benicio del Toro in this area, in that casino zone. I'm calling it casino zone like it's a Sonic stage. But in the casino zone, they find Benicio del Toro, and he's... I don't know if it was a character choice, if it was scripted, that he does this weird stuttering tick every now and then, because it's not a normal stutter. It comes on seemingly out of nowhere, so maybe that's... I don't know, maybe he's not quite human, and that's a trait that his people have. I don't know. It was annoying is what it was. But Benicio del Toro is a great actor, and I enjoyed his presence in the film. Now, I saw this movie twice, so there were a couple things that I picked up on the first time. There were a couple things that I picked up on the second time that I missed the first time through, and I'd like to share them with you in case you... I've only seen it once, and they were kind of Easter eggs. Maybe you didn't pick up on them. I haven't read any articles like 16 Easter eggs that you probably missed in The Force Awakens. I haven't read any of those. Maybe I've read a couple of celebrity cameo things, but nothing like that. I think Rob Hubel's in this movie. I didn't check that one, but I think Rob Hubel rides by in a cart in one scene. I'm pretty sure I saw him. Anyway, gotta move the mouse, make sure it's still working. Cool. This is not an Easter egg, I don't know why I'm bringing this up here. I love the chemistry between Kylo and Rey. I love them talking to each other through the Force. I remember why I bring this up here now. This is something I would edit out, but I'm not going to now. So I love them using the Force to talk to each other. It's later revealed that Snoke is the one that brought them together through the Force. And at the end of the film, at the very end of the film, after Snoke has been killed, they're still connected somehow. So they're either powerful enough to do that on their own, and they still want to be connected because they still have faith in each other, or someone else is pulling the strings. I just think that's really interesting, and I didn't pick up on it the first time that, like, of course it would happen again, but then I remembered Snoke was the one doing this, and he's dead, so that's very interesting. Next up is, once Rey is training with Luke, he shows her the ancient Jedi texts, and then the ghost of Yoda kind of burns down that tree. That's the thing from Empire I was talking about. Like, Empire is a great second film, but it's a great second step in a series, but, like, there's weird, like, hallucinations, and there's that haunted tree, and, like, they tried to do the same thing in this movie with the mirrors, and none of it really worked. I feel like they could have taken better stuff from Empire, or at least taken from a better movie. But the point is, Rey took the Jedi texts, and I missed that the first time, but the last scene that they have on the Falcon, Finn is looking through drawers, and he opens one up, and the texts are in that drawer. So that's cool. It shows that she is the one that is going to be the next Jedi and train the next Order of Jedi at some point in the future, which is cool. One other small thing, I picked this up the first time, but I think some people might miss it. That little boy who was training the horse dog space things, he uses the Force to pull the broom towards him at the end. So the whole movie is about how Luke and all of the older generation have to make peace with this younger generation coming up, and, you know, it's their movie now. You know, they outgrow us, is what Yoda says. So I think that was just to show that eventually, you know, Rey, Finn, and Poe, these guys are going to be the old guys bringing up this new generation. I don't think he's going to be revealed to be like Luke's long-lost grandson or anything crazy like that, but I think it's just a way of showing that, you know, the Force will never die. There's always going to be this happening. I also think it's Disney's way of saying we're going to keep making these movies until people stop paying for them. Like, even this kid's going to be a star of a movie one day, so that's kind of frightening. But, finally, the last thing I noticed, which I thought was really cool, and again, this could just be me looking into things a little bit too much, but Luke goes to the Rebel base to fight off Kylo Ren and buy the Rebels time for their escape. And before he does that, he takes the dice from the Millennium Falcon's mirror. Or I guess, I don't think a ship needs a mirror. Whatever it is. It's not like they have a rear view mirror that they can look back at. He takes dice from the Millennium Falcon and he brings them to Leia. Now, of course, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you've seen the film already, so, you know, he's not actually there. This is a force projection that he is, showing to them to trick Kylo. Now, the first time through, I didn't know that. That was a big reveal. The second time through, I realized that when he hands the dice over to Leia, he grasps her hand, and they kind of look each other in the eye. I'm trying to do the hand motion with my hands, and it's not working, because my right wrist hurts so damn bad. So they kind of look each other in the eye, and Leia has this look on her face, and I thought it was just, you know, maybe this is the time they say goodbye, whatever. I didn't think much of it at the time, but I realized that was him telling her that I'm not physically here, that he was saying, this is a trick, this is me buying you guys time. Get the hell out of here. And then a little bit later, when Poe realizes that all of the crystal critters, as he calls them, all the dogs, are gone from the cave, and they found a way out, and he says, you know, how the hell did Luke get in here? There must be a way out. So let's go find it. And then everyone looks at Leia, and she goes, what are you looking at me for? Let's go. Like, she has that same look on her face, because it's pride. She's so proud that Poe figured it out, without her having to tell him, without Luke having to tell him, because Luke had to tell her, and Poe figured it out. Like, he didn't figure out the whole thing, but he figured out that that was the plan, with less information than she had to figure it out. So I think that's cool. I think that was a little nice nod that Leia knew that he was never there, and they were just needed time to escape. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I think it's a great film. I still think, out of the new 3 Star Wars films, it's The Force Awakens up top, Last Jedi is a close second, and Rogue One is all the way down at the bottom. All the way down at the bottom. I did not like Rogue One at all. In fact, one of my first videos was going to be about Rogue One, and how I felt it was a disappointment. It wasn't a bad Star Wars film, it was a bad film in my opinion, but Disney came down so hard on my video, because I used clips from Rogue One, that they said, this is never going to be out. So that's why I wanted to use Facecam for this as well, instead of using clips from the movie. Also, it would be really hard to find clips and click my mouse a bunch with my hand. That hurts a lot. So, that's gonna be it. What do you guys think about my first video with Facecam? Sorry, my room is a mess. I didn't really have time to clean it up. I don't know if you guys can see anything anyway. You probably can just see that bookshelf back there or something. Anyway, that's it. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. And tell a friend about this. This will really help. And that's it. Oh, and follow me on social media. All the links should be on the screen right now. Thanks a lot. Bye.